Hey, you guys, it's Shawnee from Shawnee's Shop, where we slay the day every day. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this gorgeous glitter embroidered applique design from start to finish. So let's waste no more time and let's get going. So here are all the materials that we're going to need. Your sweater color of choice. Here I have a color chart from Embroidered with every color thread so I know exactly what color thread I'm using. There are so many gorgeous colors to choose from. For this project I chose color number 205, yellow. Then you're going to choose what color glitter heat transfer vinyl that you'd like. Aren't these two colors just serving royalty? I'm so excited. Also, you're going to need your scissors and your weeding tool, your 5x7 brother hoop, and you're going to need your stabilizer paper, and you better buy that in bulk, baby, because you're going to be using that a lot. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So we're going to dive into our Embroidered Design Database transfer application on our computer. And this is where you're going to find all your designs where you're going to transfer over to your embroidery machine. This design, we're doing the word king and we're also adding a crown. So let's add all the letters of the word, the K, the I, the N, the G, and the crown. Make sure you're sending it to the right embroidery machine. And that's when you're going to click this little icon with the arrow in the file to then transfer over your files directly to your embroidery machine. Just like that, your files are transferred over already to your embroidery machine. And as we head over into my HTV drawer, this is one of my favorite drawers in my room, but honestly one of the hardest decisions because there's so many gorgeous glitters to choose from. From the reds to the greens to the purples to the golds, literally every color of the rainbow, I got it here. But for this project, I'm choosing this gorgeous red color and this stunning gold to really complement each other and bring out that royalty effect. So on to one of the most difficult things when doing embroidery is choosing the thread colors because there are so many, just like the HTV, that I honestly don't know which one sometimes to use, and neither do customers. This be taking so long. But for this project, I'm going to be choosing this gold to match the yellow for the crown and the red for the words to really pop out. So now it's time to hoop our sweater. You're going to want to get out your 5x7 hoop and you're also going to want to get out your stabilizer paper. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your sweater and then you're going to want to lay it flat down on your surface. And make sure your area is flat, your space is cleared out. You're not going to want any crinkles. You're not going to want any dirt and grimy stuff on your sweater and your apparel. So come on guys, make sure it's clean. So now you're going to want to measure out your stabilizer paper. And so how I do that is I take my hoop and I lay it flat down on my stabilizer paper so I know exactly how much I'm cutting and I'm not wasting no materials. And then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to cut around the area, look at me being all demure and stuff, okay, cutesy, very much. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to loosen the screw by, unscrewing the screw. Insert that half into your sweater, more or less into the position that you want it. And if there's one thing I can't stress enough, embroidery is like a baby. It is very fragile. So as you're going, do not rush. Take your time because trust me, any little mistake will ruin your project. And what you're going to do next is you're going to want to insert your stabilizer paper inside your sweater right on top of that hoop. This is the part where I double check, triple check, quadruple check, whatever check. I do so many checks to make sure that my stabilizer paper is covering my hoop, sure everything is flat, unlike this booty hootie. Believe it or not, for a while I was putting on this hoop on wrong, but there are literally arrows indicating that this is the top part. So this is where you press on the top part of your hoop to secure it in place. So take that dang sweater and flip it inside out because now we need to tighten that screw. You know where we unscrewed the screw to loosen it? Well, now we're gonna tighten that screw to tighten it. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Tighten that screw. No, seriously, tighten that screw until you can't tighten it no more. You do not want a loose frame. Do you want anything being loose? And that's when you can flip your sweater back inside out, inside in, whatever it is to get it back to normal. Do that, and then you're gonna want to give it a little tug. Not tug of war tug, you're about to pull the opponent to the next level. I'm talking about a little tug. This is what I call the flick test. If you hear this noise, you know you tightened it enough. And then that's when you're going to turn on your embroidery machine and the light is going to turn on. And here I am waiting for it to do something, but you got to click the screen, babe. That's when this notification is going to pop up and tell you to back the heck up and let the machine move into position. Like so. Period. Little background history on this embroidery machine. This is the Brother PE900. It is a very beginner-friendly embroidery machine, and if I was to recommend any machine, I would definitely recommend this one being your first one because it is overall such an amazing machine. And that's when you flick this lever to make your needle go up, and then you're gonna smoothly put your sweater into the machine. And do not be rough with your baby because you do not want to break the needle and have to replace the needle because then that's the whole process. And then you're gonna clip your hoop into your machine, and then you're gonna smoothen out your sweater so that it's laying over your machine, nothing's folded over anything, and your thread is not gonna get caught. It's time to upload our design. So you're going to click on this little shield icon, click on this little Wi-Fi, and then your designs are all going to pop up here. So I'm going to upload every letter of the word king, starting with K. And that's when you can like rotate your design, size it down, change the color of it, all that fun stuff. After you're done uploading your design, then you can preview it to see exactly what it's going to look like. Click on OK, edit end, embroidery, and then that's when you can see how long your design is going to take. Well, this is going to be a whole another video in depth, but inserting the thread is definitely a learning curve. Let me tell you, did I want to throw my machine out the window when I first got it and I could not load the thread or fill the bobbin. Whew. Now I'm like a pro, like going up, down, turn around, spinning around. Like, look at me just doing it. Like, before, I was a whole hot mess. Luckily, there are numbers indicating exactly where to go, but like, with my little chubba fingers, it's kind of hard. And just like that, your needle is threaded. Ba-bang! Now it's where the fun begins. Close up your bobbin top and press the green button to start your embroidery machine. And yes, embroidery is not something you can just start and walk away from. You have to stand next to your machine, be there in the room, like kind of keep your eye on it because as the machine moves, your garment is going to move and you do not want it to get caught up in the needle. So now that I know exactly how much heat transfer vinyl I need to place for my design, I'm going to cut it out and then slide it under my needle. Make sure it's flat, nothing is bunched up because you don't want nothing crinkled up. So the first time I pressed the button, it did an outline so I knew exactly how much to cut out of my HTV. Now the second time of pressing the green button, it's going to do a second outline quickly to then lock in the heat transfer vinyl. As you're working, you can even check back on the screen so you can see how much time is left and you can see what design is going to take how much time. And now the machine is going to do the final step for the first letter. So as it does that, enjoy the ASMR because the noise of the embroidery machine running is absolutely satisfying. Now let's click the button and move on to the eye. And I love doing eyes because eyes are very quick. And all I'm doing for the rest of the garment is just repeating the same process over and over because I'm using the same colored thread and I'm using the same colored vinyl. The possibilities are endless because you can do multicolored threads, multicolored vinyls, but that's a whole nother video and a whole nother time that I will be getting into. And just like that, I'm already halfway done with the word. I'm so happy that my first video is doing a glitter applique because this is what really drew me into doing embroidery. Just like anything, yes, it is a little intimidating at first, but with a little bit of practice, you got this, babe. As you can see, I am not leaving my embroidery machine side. Nope, no way. There has been way too many times I have left its side thinking that like I'm gonna go do something else in my room, or thinking like, okay, I'm gonna get a snack because, you know, I am hungry. No, that is when sometimes bad things happen, like it getting bunched in the machine or like craziness. So no, this is your baby, like I've said plenty of times. Never leave it. Because say if something was to terribly go wrong, at least if you're there, you can be there to prevent it from going even more wrong. You could probably even save the day, like be a superhero. But tell me not, I could literally sit here and stare at this machine all day long. Like, how satisfying. And on the screen, you can even see how much it has threaded and how much time you have remaining. So now that I am done embroidering the word king, I'm going to lift up my needle and I'm going to peel back some of the HTV to make room for the crown design. After you've made enough room and you've double-checked, triple-checked, quadruple-checked your garment to make sure it is flat and nothing is going to get caught in your machine, you can put your needle down and press the green button to get going again. Now that I know how big to cut my HTV, I'm going to peel back that backing and slide it right underneath my needle. Make sure everything is flat and smooth, and then that's where I'm going to put my needle head down. Once that's done, I'm ready to go, baby. Press that green button and let's get going. I just love watching this process come to life because, oh, is it such a beautiful process. Now, along with it being such a beautiful process, it can get pretty dang ugly sometimes, but I will definitely be showing you guys some tutorials on when it can get pretty ugly. Guess what, you guys? We are adding the final details, the little ballies. So when your design is done embroidering, your machine is going to go back into its original position, and a notification is going to pop up like, woohoo sis, guess what? You're all done embroidering. So it's time to take out your garment from your embroidery machine by popping out the clip, carefully sliding out your sweater. And like I said, treat your machine like a baby. Go back to the main screen, turn it off, and we can move on to the cleanup process. I purposely left this whole part on with full volume because this is one of the most satisfying noises to a glitter applique, is ripping off the excess glitter HTV. Also, one of the first things you can do is pop off the embroidery frame. That's what I should have done first, but I did it now. But that's when you can go in with your weeding tool, or if you got nails, go in with your nails and get rid of that little excess HTV that you do not need. And then that's when you're going to go in with your handy dandy scissors and cut any pieces of thread that you see hanging out and about. But be very careful because I can tell you plenty of terror horror stories of me at this last step and going quickly and me cutting into a customer's sweater and it being ruined. Yeah, how cute. One of the last things that you're going to do is flip your garment inside out and remove all that stabilizer paper as much as you can get. If you absolutely cannot get something, do not worry, but get your weeding tool out because that's how you're going to get those little itty bitty pieces that are just stubborn and do not want to leave like a pimple on our face before we go live. Just when you were like, Sean, oh my god, it's gorgeous, it's done. Nope, it's not done yet. Over to the heat press we go. To really seal the deal in, and because we're working with HTV, you're going to want to iron it on. So the correct heat temperature is 320 degrees, and we're going to heat it up for about 18 seconds. So after letting the machine heat up, I'm gonna lay my garment flat down and heat pressing it for 18 seconds. Like, look at me. Who do I think I am? Like, I'm the ITGIRL. I am the what? Like, okay, I needed to get it together. This is why I can't just be left alone when the heat press is going. Yes, I'm being very demure, very cutesy. I am ironing it on double time, baby. Like, I'm not just ironing it on one and letting it go and sending it out so it can peel off when you gotta use it. After you're done heat pressing, bend the fabric around. Make sure nothing is peeling and nothing is gonna come off once you put that garment on. As you can see, my machines are my babies. I power them off and put them back to exactly how I left them. So as this garment comes to a complete, I am absolutely so happy with the outcome. And here it is. How gorgeous did this come out? Absolutely love how this yellow makes the words pop so much. Those crisp lines, the details, the glitter shimmering, OMG, I'm in love, I want it. With just a few steps, motivation, dedication, and practice, you can be embroidering as well. If you guys love this video, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, let me know what you want to see on my channel, and I just might make a video on it. So, as always, slay the day, every day. Shawnee out. Mwah.